The world is not simple. If I know anything, I know that. The world is messy, constantly, like the aftermath of something catastrophic, a war or a storm, with everything and everyone thrown around, everything chaotic and misplaced. It's complicated to say the least, but eventually everyone finds a way to make sense of the devastation. Sometimes the mess ends up making a little sense. Sometimes it's a simple job to clear the wreckage. Sometimes it doesn't. Sometimes it isn't. Things just aren't so simple. And although simplicity is nice and easy, I really don't think anyone would choose to stare at a white wall all their life. Sometimes, blank walls seem preferable to graffitied collages of hate. I don't know why they pick on me, but I'd probably pick on someone like me too if I were 6'2" with self-esteem like a groundhog that's just seen his shadow. I guess the only way people like that can hide from their hollow darkness is by throwing others down on the ground where their sunken down silhouette should stand. And if they're not hiding from their shadows, they're shielding themselves in their burrows from the barrage and shouts of hate that rain on around them. It turns out that sticks and stones do break bones, and words inflict more damage than any one single bullet. I guess some of us are better at blocking out the noise of gunfire than others. And I guess some would rather join the immediate cause than fight for the revolution. Hate reigns and divides. The world is a war zone. They look at a gun and they see gunpowder and power. They see unbeatable strength and the powerless cowering before them. They don't see protection, and they don't see death or loss or pain. They see imperialism. They've never had to see the barrel of a gun stock cocked between their own two eyes. I don't think they ever should. But they will. It's inevitable to everyone. Because even the peace of love is like a fast-paced game of Russian roulette, never knowing when a shot will be fired with guns aimed at heart. But I don't think they know what love is. And maybe no one does. Maybe no one ever will again. Decadence has deemed it to be dead. He will play her like a broken record, and she wouldn't know any better than to hum along because repetitive scratches are her favorite sounds. She wouldn't know she isn't the only one the record has played for either. Each listener, just another notch in a hand-me-down belt, passed generation and generation like a trophy to wear around proudly. Maybe it's of the same belt that whipped him into the person he is today. That was passed on to him to one day create his own mold, to continue on this never-ending cycle. You would never know that this cycle is the reason he sleeps with earbuds and a soaked pillow, falling asleep to his parents' augmented argued lullabies. His parents would never know they're the reason that he is in class, falling asleep and falling behind. When he finally falls out of his groundhog hole of a shelter to face the world, he looks around and sees what kind of a life he can create for himself at ground zero. A build-up from the apocalyptic mess that's left around him. In this destruction, from this wreckage, there is creation, and there is reconstruction. Our lives are all adjacent, all intersecting, and without even realizing, we are the groundhogs to decide when spring's to come, the butterfly to begin the storm, and the misfire that begins the war. The world is not simple. If I know anything, I know that. But then sometimes, I guess it is.